You freeze to death as a rifleman in the Soviet 44th Division. You have two choices: die in the snow or face a firing squad. This is what it actually took. It is December 1939. You are a young recruit in the Red Army. The temperature has just plummeted to -40 degrees. You are marching down the Rotte Road, a narrow, single-lane dirt track cutting deep into the Finnish wilderness. There are exactly 18,000 men in your column. Your commander, General Vinogradov, is so confident in Soviet superiority that he brought a full brass band for the victory parade, but he did not bring winter boots. You are wearing a thin cloth Budanovka cap, not a fur hat. Your ears are already going numb. The tension springs before you even see the enemy. The Finns do not fight you head-on. They use a logging tactic called moti, which translates to chopping a log into isolated blocks. You watch as massive pine trees crash down across the road ahead and behind your regiment. You are instantly cut off, chained to a 20-mile stretch of ice. Your mechanized division cannot turn around. You are trapped in a narrow death corridor. Night falls and the psychological warfare begins. The enemy do not target your tanks first. They target your food. You watch from the frozen ditch as 55 field kitchens go up in flames. The enemy understands a brutal logic. An army that cannot eat breaks faster than an army that cannot shoot. You now have 0 rations left. Your stomach cramps. The cold seeps into your bones, turning your own sweat into a layer of frost against your skin. You look into the dark tree line. The enemy consists of just 11,000 local lumberjacks and farmers. You heard a rumor down the line. When the Finnish reservists complained they had no weapons, their commander told them, "The Russians have good weapons. Take them from there." They are hunting you for your own gear. They wear pure white camouflage cloaks. You are standing in a dark olive uniform against bright white snow. You are a perfect target, 50 yards away from the tree line, but you cannot run. Frostbite claims you piece by piece. You lose feeling in 3 of your toes. Men around you are abandoning their heavy T-26 tanks. The metal is so freezing that touching the hull rips the skin straight off their palms. You huddle in a shallow foxhole. You try to sleep, but you know that if you close your eyes, the cold will stop your heart. Men are dying without a single bullet hitting them. The doctrine of overwhelming Soviet force has completely blinded your commanders. By January 6, 1940, radio contact is completely severed. The 44th Division is disintegrating. Starving, freezing, and terrified, the chain of command shatters. Your officers have no answers. The mighty Red Army, meant to conquer the region in weeks, is being dismantled by ghosts on skis. You realize that the armor and artillery you relied on are completely useless. Your supply line is your graveyard. Vinogradov finally panics. He issues an unauthorized order, retreat. But it is not an organized withdrawal. It is a blind, terrifying stampede. You run towards the border, bursting out of the tree line onto the frozen surface of Lake Kyantajare. The ice groans under the weight of thousands of panicked men. Right in front of you, the surface shatters. You watch soldiers plunge into the freezing black water, pulled down by their heavy wool coats. You do not stop to help them. You sprint across the fracturing ice, leaving your rifle, your dignity, and your comrades. You survived the 35-day nightmare. You make it back across the Soviet border, your missing fingers, hollowed out, starving. But the Soviet machine does not forgive failure, and it does not reward survival. Investigators arrive from Moscow. They need a scapegoat for the humiliation. General Vinogradov is dragged before you. He is not charged with the deaths of thousands of men. The official charge read against him is for the loss of 55 field kitchens.
You stand freezing in the ranks and watch him as his own men execute him by firing squad. Finality. POV. You froze to death as a rifleman in the Soviet 44th Division. You had two choices: die in the snow or face a firing squad. This is what it actually cost. You've seen this level. There's always another. Every level POV.